Welcome back to the Beast Speak blog. This is the series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is your addictive voice, the AV in AVRT of rational recovery. If you can recognize that beast, then you can separate yourself from your urges, and that can result in immediate and lifelong abstinence. If you want to learn more about rational recovery or how to do AVRT, I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. You can check that out. It's a good place to get started. So I was listening to the Beast the other day, and I realized I was listening with anticipation. I was all ears. I was so intent because I was waiting for a good reason to use. The regular calls for indulgence don't work for me anymore because I've been recognizing the Beast for so long. But I was giving the Beast a chance to convince me with my rapt attention. I wanted to fail. And when I realized this, I said no. No way. I was going to give my full-throated resistance. I pulled out everything, the dead stare, attributing to the Beast by saying, said the Beast. None of it clinched it for me. The thing that worked was remembering a moment of surety and transporting myself there, and then a flash of a feeling came over me and I was saved. That's happened twice this week in almost exactly the same fashion. Don't you guys love the feeling of power that resisting gives you once the fight is over? Because the fight doesn't last forever. It always fades. It comes in waves. But that feeling of power when you've resisted, don't you love that? You guys know that I've talked about apathy before. I think you should reduce your apathy by increasing your care. This was a real problem for me in the past. I didn't care about anything. And I don't mean I didn't care about anything so I was angry. I mean, I felt nothing. I didn't care. It was an empty feeling. And then I listened to a video from Mark Basayo, and this is why I love him so much. And he was explaining the lost principle of care. So I knew that care was the key. And I started thinking more about what care was. I came to realize that care is driven by desire. A desire to see something a certain way. Desire. I had no desire for anything except indulgence. I think that by resisting that indulgence, it has redirected my desire to better things. It was like I was expending my desire so frequently that I had no power left for anything else. Do you guys know what I mean by that kind of power? Have you ever heard of this? The old boxing coaches used to tell fighters, don't have sex before a fight. It's like if you indulge the desire, you lose power in the ring. The will to fight. Do you think that's true? I kind of do. I do think it's true. We hear about that old religious orders who used to be very austere in their life. They had a ton of self-restraint. They're called ascetics. These people are real rigorous about self-denial. But the root of ascetic, the root of the word ascetic, historically was used to mean someone who was in training. Getting ready for an event, particularly like a physical event, like an athlete. That might allude to the power I'm talking about that they were trying to attain. So that kind of refers back to the coaches who direct their students to not engage in the fulfillment of desire in ways that might drain you of your power. If redirecting our desire by first restraining it can increase our care and reduce our apathy, it's an exchange I'm ready and willing to make. Rule yourself, defeat the Beast. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon.